Welcome to the Southeast Iowa Union Newsbreak. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. Today's top story: Bill and Mikey Bloom were added to the Washington County 4-H Hall of Fame Thursday evening during an emotional county fair awards ceremony. The couple was pivotal in the county's 4-H rabbit scene and were by many accounts responsible for the size of today's shows. Bill Bloom died in 2016, but his wife said he would have been honored. I really didn't know what to say because Bill's been gone now for 6 years, and he would have just been over the moon to think people thought enough of him to give him that honor. We're sure he's up there saying, well, somebody else deserves it more than I do, but he really did deserve it. Bill was known for selling rabbits to 4-Hers interested in raising them at their affordable rate of, quote, whatever was in their pockets. Despite Bloom's generous pricing, their animals were first rate. Many descendants of their herd remain competitive at fairs today, and Bill was known for giving newcomers first picks even before his own family. Washington County ISU Extension 4-H and Youth Coordinator Amy Green said Bloom's impact went far beyond the rabbits he provided. On top of Bill's time as a superintendent of the rabbit department, Green said he was a highly involved volunteer and parent, oversaw the fair's alignment with national show standards, and hand-built new cages for rabbits. He also made a personal connection with the community around him. Staying in Washington, a woman allegedly brought a loaded gun into a child custody hearing at the Washington County Courthouse earlier this month. Carrie Greiner had a loaded and chambered gun in her purse that was eventually removed during the hearing, according to a criminal complaint alleging her of domestic abuse for threats during the proceedings. That complaint has also accused her of being under the influence of meth at the time. Shortly after that complaint was e-filed, Greiner was arrested on charges of damaging property valued around $3,000. The Washington County Attorney's Office was not immediately available for comments. After implementing therapeutic classrooms and staff in the Washington Community School District almost a year ago, educators saw overwhelming student use. 4 therapeutic classrooms were opened, and a multidisciplinary team was assembled using a federal grant through the law SF 2360, signed in 2020, which aims to create safe learning spaces for students such as therapeutic classrooms. The Department of Education distributed over $2 million for 2022 to 2023 to Ames, Clinton, Eastern Alma, Mackey, Hinton, Mount Pleasant, and Washington school districts to build therapeutic classrooms last August. A therapeutic classroom is designed to support any student whose emotional, social, or behavioral needs interfere with the student's ability to be successful in the current educational environment, according to the grant. This district received over $500,000 of the grant. Nicole Gish, a therapeutic teacher at Washington Middle Schools, navigating emotions and stress through teaching, Nest Room said. Gish said after a year, about 100 students dropped into the classrooms across the district. Gish said in total, the district had 54 students regularly receiving ongoing support. Department of Education Bureau Chief Brad Niebling said in an Iowa Ideas In-Depth Week session, there is a growing recognition in Iowa legislature to focus on students' mental health. The policies are now creating more opportunities for us to pursue that work, Niebling said. Gish said that the district developed the Nest without knowing that the Iowa City Community School District's Nest, Navigating Emotions and Stress Through Training, existed. The Iowa City High Nest opened 2 years ago, serving almost 1,700 walk-in students this year. Washington schools provide students therapy and counseling through the Grace C. May Advocate Center, which 183 students, or 11% of students, used during the last academic year, she said. It is now time for obituaries. Connie A. Dua of Ainsworth passed away on July 19th at the age of 75. She is survived by her husband Dean, 3 daughters, Christina Hughes, Angela Moore, and Julie Quickle, 7 grandchildren, as well as 4 siblings, Dixie Speed, Jim Potter, Teresa Shute, Doug Potter. A funeral mass will be held at 10 a.m. July 28th at St. Mary's Catholic Church. Elise Chapman Tweed of New London passed away on July 19th at the age of 51. She is survived by her mother, sister Heather Schlabbaum, as well as many nieces and nephews. A celebration of life will be held at 1 p.m. July 25th at Elliott Chapel in New London. Kristen Lynn Kurtz of Gilbert, Arizona, passed away on July 16th at the age of 51. She is survived by her daughter Cameron, her mother Rhonda Kurtz, and numerous aunts, uncles, and cousins. No services are planned at this time. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we will have the weather and sports.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our community stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
Hello and welcome back to the Southeast Iowa Union Newsbreak. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. It is now time for the weather. It is currently 89 degrees and partly cloudy. There's a chance of rain tonight, as well as gusty winds and hail, so do be advised. There is another advisory out, except this one is for tomorrow in regards to the heat. Temperatures will reach 97 degrees before real feel is factored in. The heat advisory is in effect from noon tomorrow until 8 p.m. Sunday will be much cooler with temperatures dropping down to 86 degrees, and it will be mostly cloudy. We will start our work week with some rain on Monday, as well as a shockingly cool day with temperatures only reaching 76 degrees. Tuesday, the sun will make a return, but not until we get a bit more rain. Temperatures will be back up in the 80s with a high of 81. It is now time for sports.
Sports, brought to you by Fairway.
Mid-Prairie's state tournament run has unfortunately come to an end after a 7-4 loss to Estherville Lincoln Catholic. Mid-Prairie made it all the way to the Class 2A state semifinals despite coming into the tournament unranked. Mid-Prairie got out to an early lead but were unable to find runs late in the game. Even if a rebuilding year was expected, the Golden Hawks can reload with the experience of this postseason run. We congratulate the Mid-Prairie Golden Hawks on their historic run. We are all proud of them. That's the news for Washington today. I do want to give a shout out to the Washington Weekly Review. If you want to stay updated on Saturdays, since this show is only Monday through Friday, if you want to stay updated on the weekends, you can tune in to Washington Weekly Review with our very own Kaylin McCain. That can be found on Spotify, on Google Podcast, on Amazon Music. You can use your Alexa, as well as Apple Podcast. That has been our show for today. This is the Southeast Iowa Union Newsbreak. I'm your host, Nick Steffens, and I will see you next time.